Ya Dwalukum. Ya Dwalukum. Ya Dwalukum. Ya Dwalukum. Kum. Kum. Ya Dwalukum. Ya Dwalukum. Ya Dwalukum. Ya Dwalukum.
Happy new day.
Ya
Happy new day. Happy new day. It's an amazing day to be alive. Oracle here. Oracle. Mother Yanis Lamel, NutriPrime Supreme, 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement in the Thawalu tribe. Greeting you in this early rising in this newness of life. I am so happy to be here. I am love. I give love. I receive love. I accept love. I am walking in abundance. I am fulfilling my purpose. I am connected to all. Unconditional love is my guide. There's one truth, one law. I create. I am a divine being having a divine human experience here in the heart on planet Earth. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. It is an amazing space to be with you today in this early rise, to greet you with love and to greet you with knowing that everything is happening for us. Everything is happening for you, and everything is happening for me. It is a space of gratitude. Gratitude is prayer, and love is answer. So, waking up with gratitude that you open your eyes and that you enter into this now present moment of giving gratitude that you are alive, that you have 24 hours to be able to have the greatest experience that you desire to experience, and knowing that life loves you and you love life, and that life is working for you. Life is happening for you. It's happening for us. It's happening for you. And knowing that every day that you rise up, say, hey, life is happening for me. So it's happening for me. That I wake up with gratitude, knowing that everything in my world is happening for me, that I don't need to fear. I don't need to worry. I don't need to be concerned because it's happening for me. And if it's happening for me, I'm just going to receive. I'm going to receive, I'm going to accept, and I'm going to allow it to happen for me. So, with lots of love and joy today, let's let life happen for us today. Let's just connect with the energy of gratitude and allow life to happen for us. Acknowledging our team and energies in this sacred space, Mother, Father, Prime Creator, archangels, the guardian angels, the spirit guides, the ancestors of the higher ram, the 24 elders, the orishas, the ascended masters, all that are assisting us right now in this sacred space. The earth, the water, fire, the air, the breath, the wind, all that are assisting us right now, our bodies, our temple is assisting us because without it, we couldn't exist. So we're living within the temple so that others can see. So we are full of gratitude, Mother, Father, Prime Creator. We acknowledge Grandma Charlotte, Mother Karen, Mother Rosa, Yair, Johnny, and Willie, all my family that have crossed over into the non-physical, but actually in energy are still present now. Those that are assisting us right now in this present moment, we do welcome you now in this sacred space, for we are an open channel for source to flow through. We understand that Metron is the 24 elders that is governing over this now present energy right now. So we are very welcoming Metron energy now in this space right now. Gratitude. So yeah. Galactic Council, Galactic Federation, Council of Light. Yes. Gratitude. All right. So, and happy new day to all of you that are on the podcast. This is Oracle. I am so happy to be with you today in this loving space, just to give you love and to share my love with you. Share my love with me, and then I share it with you, first within and then without. So let us do the community breath together. And let's just focus on those things that's working for us. You know, these higher things that are working for us. What works for you? You know, I look at it like, what works for me? My happiness, my peace is working for me. My health is working for me, and my strength is working for me. I was able to rise up out of the bed. It's working for me. So my thoughts are creating my reality, and it's working for me. So we're going to breathe in through our nostrils for 4, hold it for 4, and then release all those things that are not working for us. You know, those things that are just trying to remind you of stuff that don't serve you no more. So let's just release that stuff back there to the universe. We don't need it anymore. So, okay. So I'll be back. And I love you. Let's begin. Release. Breathe in. Hold it. Release. Just let it go. I am a winner. I'll tell you. Let it go. Just breathe in. Hold it. Again. Breathe in. Everything in your world is happening for you. We are wholeness. We are victorious. We are light. We are joy. We are peace. We are bliss. We are happiness. We are divine. We are overachievers. And we are magnificent. And so, in this space that we are in, we have arrived. You have arrived. I have arrived. We have arrived. And everything in our world is happening for us. So on this journey today, on this journey today, I am so happy to be with you. I am. Today is really, a solar return. I'm happy to see another solar return. I went around the sun, the moon, 12 times. They say, I am grateful for growth. I'm grateful for happiness, and I'm grateful to be here. That I woke up with gratitude. And one of the things that I want to talk about today is being happy to see another life journey. I'm going to share about me a little because it's a happy new day. It's a total return for me. I share with you on this path, and I share from my heart of the things that I have experienced and those things that um, are happening for me. And I share that with you. It's that everything in life that I'm going through growth just like everybody else, on your journey. And you grow, you plant a seed and you watch it grow. You don't plant it and then you go dig it right back up and like, is it taking root? Is it taking root? Is it really growing? No, you plant the seed. You plant the seed and you let the universe do what it's going to do with it once you plant it. Once you release, you say a word out into the universe. And you know that once it's out of you, you plant it, it's going to grow. And that's my journey. My journey of planting as a gardener, as a mother, as a sister. I was once a wife, We're going to laugh on that one. Once was married. And I just say that because it was a journey. It was a journey. But we made it through that experience, and man, I'm going to lift up one of my antennas for all the wives. So I had to have some experience with that. And but happy new day, because great things are happening in my life. So the journey of being the sister, of being the daughter, the journey of being the daughter, as being my mom's daughter, and very strange, very not where accepted from my other sisters, and so I was very strange as the sister, as my mom's daughter. As the daughter, I was very strange. And because I was at that time as the daughter, I was very strange. I had a lot of illness going on with me as my mom's daughter, as a little child. My mom said of all her children that she had, I was the only one that she had to deal with going to the doctor, because I was the one that was the strange one that had so many medical issues going on with me. I had eczema. Oh my goodness. I had so much stuff going on. I just couldn't even see. I couldn't see, really. I was allergic to everything. My mom said she was had to be very careful about what she would give me, because basically everything I would eat would cause me to have an allergic reaction to it. So I ended up having to have a lot of tests as a child, and then they was putting me on a lot of medicine, a lot of steroids, and a lot of getting shots and taking all these prednisone, and I had them. And plus, I had as a child, or a daughter, or a sister, I had self-esteem issues. So this is my journey. I'm sharing with you that I overcame many of these experiences. And so I had sisters. I had 5 sisters, and then 1 adopted sisters. And because they didn't care for me, and they didn't care for me, and some of them don't care for me now. I have to laugh at that, because some of them don't care for me right now. They operate in that jealousy energy. But anyway, so it was like I didn't have smooth skins like I had now. I had skin that was always scaly, and I had to wear a happy new day to everyone that's on the podcast, that's on Facebook, YouTube, and Messiah Code. Today is my solar return, and I'm happy to be alive. And so today I just want to share about the growth and the seeds that I have been planting in my garden. If you would take a ride with me and enjoy this ride today, for there is great wisdom and knowledge in the journey that I have had. And in this journey, in the journey that I have had and I have traveled, I have been on the ocean, I have been in the garden, and I have been in the ship. And so in each area of my life that I have sailed and rose above each experience, I'm sharing that with you to let you know that life happens for you. Life happens for you. It is working for you, not against you. It's working for you. Happy New Day, Dee. It's working for you, not against you. And so I look at that as every experience that I've had. And so the journey of my and being a child, of being a daughter, and being a sister. And so I went through that part of, not really being accepted by my sisters. My brothers, of course, they accepted me, but most of my sisters didn't accept me because I was very strange and I talked strange. I acted strange. I didn't participate in a lot of things that they took part in. I didn't do like the dancing and things. I didn't do any of that. When they would be dancing to Michael Jackson and stuff like that, it just didn't hit me. It didn't hit me. When they would go around with their friends and stuff, it didn't hit me to go around with friends. I was like a loner. You know how they call a lone person? I was like a lone. I was one that desired to be around the elderly people. I loved to be around wisdom. And so I would be around wisdom. I cried for my first scripture. First Bible I ever had, I cried for that. And, I was like, 10? I wanted a Bible, but didn't know why I wanted a Bible. So I read the Bible. And so I was very strange. And my sisters, they didn't own me. They used to pick at me all the time because my skin was so messed up, and my face would swell up, my eyes would swell up. And then I was in a place to where my mom had me where I couldn't wear certain material on my skin. The only material that I could wear on my skin was cotton. So my mom she could only put cotton material on my body. Anything else that would come against my skin, I would have an allergic reaction to it. So, every time she had to take me to the doctor, as she said, I was the only one out of all her children that she spent at the doctors all the time, and it was me. So I went through my childhood part of doctors, getting lots of shots, blood work, trying to find out why I'm allergic to so much stuff. I was allergic to grass. I was allergic to tomatoes, allergic to fish, allergic to milk, allergic to ice cream, allergic to, many of the stuff that many other kids love to enjoy, eat, the fun stuff. I was allergic to that stuff. So, and that was a part of that journey. And my sister was like, you just always something with you. They used to say that to me. Then, not only that, I had hair that was the size of the very tip of that finger. That's all the hair I had. And they would call me bald head, and they would call me one side floor, because I had an aunt that would wear her hair. She had a part and she would always wear it to the side like that. So they called me one-sided flow. And so, that's how my mom would do my hair, because she couldn't do anything else with it because I didn't have any. So now look at this hair, and all of this hair is mine. This is not something, some people get things added onto their hair, but no, this hair grew from inside me to out here from the root. This is my hair. And so I look at that, and now the very sisters that laughed at my hair about me being bald headed and not having no hair, because that's what they call me. They call me bald head. And look at now, their hair is like that, and my hair is like this. But I wouldn't dare call them names and things like that. Wouldn't do that. But anyway, that was that journey. And then as I began to learn how to deal with, because that was the beginning of my self-esteem thing, because I was getting, the calling and stuff for my sisters and things. But that was a journey. I rose above that. I had to leave out of my mom's house. I had to go to Baltimore and live up there. In Baltimore, I went to oh my goodness, I was really going through this journey I went from Charlotte to Baltimore because my mom had so many kids, and my aunt said, let me take this one. And the one she wanted to take was me. So she ended up, her and my uncle took me to Baltimore, Maryland, and I went there, and oh my goodness, my uncle had stepchildren. He only had 2 that was here, but all the other kids that was in there, about 10 of them, the only other ones was hers. And my goodness, I went from one name calling to another name calling, then being locked in the basement to where they had the great big Dane dog. And I didn't know, like, somebody wants to see you in the basement. I go down there, down the stairs. I'm new in Baltimore. I'm like, what? Like 8? No, I think I was 11. And I was 11. And I'm going there, and I'm going down there, and now they have long steps. You know how the houses in Baltimore, Maryland were. And I'm going down these steps, and they turn the light off on me. And the Great Dane dogs down there. Now, you know, I flipped out. So they had the dogs out. I'm screaming and hollering. And my brother, he came and got me. Because when we went to Baltimore, my brother, Willie, that's no longer in the physical, he came, he got me. He got me out of there, and just, you know, he was just holding me. I had started having to deal with nerves, and they didn't like me there either. I think at the time, I didn't understand how energy worked. I was a child. I didn't know anything, but I knew I was going through this experience. So, and her children, which was my uncle's stepchildren, my uncle had a store up there, and they didn't like me because I actually was my uncle's niece. And my uncle treated me with great respect. And his daughter, me and her, his daughter that he had by her, and we were the same age, and they would dress us alike, and we kind of look alike. But all them other ones, oh my goodness, they did not care for me. It was like and more of a like jealousy. So I dealt with that, and from there, I got that experience. I was there for like 6 years in I think I was 6 years in Baltimore. I went to school up there, and then I went back to Charlotte, and from there, when I came back, I was in the 6th grade. Yeah, I had made it to the 6th grade, and then I came back to Charlotte, and it was another journey. So I went back to my mom's house, and I still dealt with them sisters, you know. But it was a part of me learning me. It was a part of me healing. I think that the gender angelic part of me, because I am a divine angelic being inside this body. But at the time, I didn't know. I was having all these dreams, and I would share with my mom about my dreams. I would tell her what I would see. I would tell her, I said, do you see that person walking right there? And my mom would look at me like something wrong with me. I'm like, you don't see that lady sitting right there? And I would tell her exactly what the lady had on, and you know, it'd be somebody be done transition out of here, and then she done went to their funeral, and I'm still seeing them, and I'm sharing with her about what I would see. We walking down, like, because we lived on Summit Avenue, 323 North Summit Avenue, and we walking down the because we had like the steps and the walkway, and I say, Mom, did you see the lady pass you? It was like, my mom said, oh my God. She didn't know what to do with me. And then she would tell me, she says, don't tell nobody anything what you be seeing. She says, don't tell nobody, because they're gonna think something wrong. So many of my things that on my journey of the things I was seeing as a child, I could not share with many people because I didn't know at the time. My mom said, don't say anything to people. So I didn't say anything to people. I was just keeping a lot of things inside of me. So that was my journey. And then there was another experience, and this is one I probably already shared on here. Just as I got older, I think I was 14. My mom wanted me to go to the store to get her some of those cigarettes that you smoke, and I did. I started to go down the street to get her some cigarettes. In the process of me getting ready to go down the street to get her the cigarettes on 5th Street. And on that side of the street, they had duplexes. And usually the man, he usually have his dogs locked up. He didn't have the dogs locked up, of course. These were German Shepherds. And they saw me. And as I got ready to turn the corner, they saw me, and I looked like a steak to them. And they get ready to come across the street and get me. And all of a sudden, in the sky, all of a sudden this thing came down out of the sky and it knocked them dogs back. And I was shaking like a leaf on a tree. When I say I was shaking, and I was shaking like this. I mean, I was shaking, and I heard the voice from one of them in the vehicle, because they were light looking beings. Their hair was white, but not the white like paper white, not European white either. And their eyes were turquoise blue, but they were prettier blue than that. And they talked in a very soft voice to me. The guy, no, not say the guy, but the one that was on the left side, he spoke and he said, "You can go now." And I opened my eyes and I looked at it, and it was silver. I'm gonna describe it like silver, the thing that they were in, like silver. And said, "I can go now." And I turned back around to walk back to the house. And when I got back to the house and to go in there to my mom, I couldn't talk. Because I lost my voice. And I couldn't tell her what had happened to me. I couldn't tell her what I had seen because I was shaking. I was shaking. So they ended up taking me to the hospital. So when they took me to the hospital and got me calmed down, and I was able to tell my mom everything that happened to me, what I had seen, everything that took place. And then of course my mom said her words again, "Don't tell nobody because they're going to think something wrong with you." So I wasn't really able to share that with many people, but I shared with y'all. And so that was another experience. I didn't make it to go get her cigarettes, so she didn't need it anyway because she was having asthma. She was an asthma patient anyway. She had asthma all the time, asthma attacks, and she wanted me to go get her some cigarettes. I didn't really want to go get them anyway. So just that journey. So from there, I've had many experiences of seeing beings, and when I say angelic being, I've seen them on many occasions. So, and I still do. So I wanted to share a lot of that with you. That you plant a seed on your journey. I know that my life is I'm here. I want to say I'm here on divine assignment. I'm here because I chose to be here, and the growth of the seeds that I've planted are growing. And I want to share with you that anything in life that you plant and you leave it for the universe to do the watering, you leave it for the universe to let the sun shine on it, and you leave it alone and let it grow. Instead of it could be a financial, needing a financial blessing. I'm going to use that word, blessing, a bliss. So you put it out there to the universe, right? And you leave it. It's not, "Oh, is it going to come?" It's not you running back to the bank. I'm running out to the bank, but running to your mailbox, checking to see if the check in there. It is you, and that's my journey. I've gone through that. I'm letting you know the different experience and things I've had. I release a lot of things to the universe, to source, to Yahuwah. And then I had times where I was like, "Oh God, is it going to happen? Is that bill going to get paid? When is it going to get paid? When is the money going to show up?" I went through that as well. But then on my path, as I began to grow, I've had one experience that I went to a church, and it was called Victor Christian Center Church. I went there. I was going through the problem with the marriage thing. And the man was having a wonderful time with another woman. He had a woman pregnant that I told y'all about, how the Most High gave me the dream of a baby, having another baby. And I was able to just ask the man about, I'm like, "You got somebody pregnant like that?" And the man was shocked that he jumped and he said, "I didn't know that Yahuwah was going to tell you." I'm like, "What? Tell me what?" That's where I was. Tell me what? I had a dream. I don't know nothing about anything. And so I had went there for prayer. And as I go up there for prayer, and the first lady of the congregation, she says, "Well, she says, God told me to tell you to pray for yourself." And that's all she said. She didn't even pray for me. She just said, "God said for you to pray for yourself." And I was like, "Oh my God." And so, of course, I knew that she was 100% accurate, because the conversation that I have with the Most High is me praying for myself, laying my own hands on myself, and talking to the universe, talking to Source, talking to Yahuwah. And when she said that, I was like, oh my goodness. So I left from the front. I went back to I went ahead and sat down in the congregation. I said, oh my goodness. So I sat down and prayed for myself. And I just like, okay, God, I just trust you that this is all you. And this is a way of you showing me, that I'm on the right path. And because and that was my journey right there of me from being in the Christian church. This is my happy to see another solar return. And so, it's great to see a lot of you on here to hear my life journey. But if there's something that I'm sharing with you that can resonate with you, please enjoy it, because I'm having fun just sharing with you that my life journey, that what you see on the screen has gone through a full transformation. I want you to know that I have had experience and still have those experiences that, trusting myself when I say something that, when I say a financial blessing, that when I put it out there to the universe, I have to let it go. When I plant that seed, that I'm a money magnet, that, that money is attracted to me. I have to walk that. I'm just sharing that with you. Many people are like, oh, she got a lot of money in the bank, but you don't know how and what and when it took me to be where I am, how I got where I am. And you don't know my bank account. You only see me you only see me. Anyway, if you understood that money is energy, you have a lot of money too. And so, so money is really energy, it's currency. And I wanted to share that this experience, that the seeds that you plant in your journey as a child, I prayed to God. I mean, let me just tell you that even when I was in school, I started out in school, I would say my middle school, high school. I started out in high school, nothing but Bible. All 3 years of my school, in high school, what is it, 10th, 11th, 12th? Yeah, nothing but Bible. I understand. I'm just telling you how I was. Bible 1, Bible 2, Bible 3. I was in Bible clubs, Bible groups, and going to places to sing for people, going to the retirement home, going to the nursing home, and just singing. And my journey, that I had this pulling inside of me, this desire of connection with God. I wanted, I came with that. And I came with that connection of desiring to be God, to be of service for God. And, and my mom, if she was here, she would tell you that's always been a strange one right there. So that's what she would always tell people, that I was a strange one, that I could look at people, and I still to this day, and I could just talk to them and, about something that they haven't told me. And most of the people come back and tell me like, man, that, the things that you share with me, and maybe a year from now, it be done happen. And then they come back and tell me that the very things that I done said to them happens. And, I don't know at the time. I just talked to a young man the other day at Naya's graduation brunch. And this young man, he likes her. And she was introducing me to him. And boy, the ancestors just began to bubble. And they began to bubble. And I began to share to him about one of his ancestors that was right there with him. And he had this birthmark right here in the very center of his head. And it was in the shape of Africa. And I asked him about it. And I said, do you know what shape it's in? And he was like, no, ma'am. So I was able to give him some words. And he put this big smile on his face. I said, I really don't know. I'm just sharing with you what is being said to me. But what I'm saying is that your life is really yours to do. And you're going to have moments in life that not every day is going to be an up and a down day. I'm just going to tell you. But it's a day that you go through and you rise above the storm. The universe is not looking at you being good or bad. It's not based on any of that. And I know you saw me post that, but I used to think that it was based on that. me being good, me keeping all the laws or the commandments and all that. I used to think that's how the universe worked. Keeping the 10 Commandments, and that's how I used to think it worked. But that's not how the universe operates off of frequency and vibration. Everything that you do, whatever you feel, and that's how the universe responds off of. It's not based on whether I get up and go to work, whether I go feed this person over here. No, it's based off of energy. And the very energy that you are and what you do with it is what it responds to. So, yes, the universal law, whatever you give out is going to come back to you. But it's not based on whether you're a good girl or a bad girl, or like they said in it, are you a good witch or a bad witch? It's not based off of that. The universe is operating off of your frequency and vibration. What you give out, what are the energy you're releasing out here is coming right back with you. Yeah, I'm just keeping it real with you. So, in my life, I was like, oh man, like I tried to walk this good old long white path, try to not do this. I always covered up, Happy New Day to everyone that's on the podcast and alive all over the world is going to see this. Today is my solo return, and I'm just having a happy day of my journey of explaining to you how I got where I am and where I'm going, and that how I did my life, how I was doing my life, and did I rise above? I try to walk a straight line. I try not to have sex before marriage. I try not to do all those things, and try not to curse, and I try not to touch some of those things that in the Bible it say you're not supposed to touch. And I was one of those girls that was like holy girl. I thought I was, but that was a part of my journey. And I felt like when I did all of that it was going to get me closer to God. But really, it didn't really get me closer to God. It was just more like me not really accepting me, because it was like, in everything that where I was at that time, it was like I was still missing something. I was still trying to fit in. And so that's why I had that experience with one of the young ladies that when I was in college, I was with her, and her mom them looked at me as being the good old girl. Like, as long as Denise is with you, I know you're not going to do anything. You're not going to do anything because Denise is such a good, holy girl. And so she would use me, and many of the other girls from Hollywood used me because, we were in church. And so they would use me like, as long as I was in the crowd, and mama trusted me because she ain't going to let you do nothing. I'm like, man, that's the kind of picture they painted of me. I'm like, man, I'm trying to find me. And so I would go with them. But then I had that area in my life where, I thought something was wrong with me, actually, y'all. I was 20 years old, and many of them were already sexually active. I wasn't having sex, and I was like a virgin at, about to be 21. And, I felt kind of strange. I felt like maybe there's something wrong with me, because like, you a virgin? You still a virgin? I'm like, yeah. Well, what's wrong with being a virgin, But, oh my God, I went through so much, y'all. But that was a part of my journey, my experience. I want you to know that there's nothing wrong with you. Where you are in life right now, you can be holy, you can cover up. You can cover up from head to toe. And if you don't really know yourself, you just covering up. I'm just keeping it real because that's what I was doing. I was covering up. I was looking holy on the outside and suffering on the inside. I was really, I'm serious. I could sing, I could shout, I could quote scriptures, I could lay hands on and pray for you, but really on the inside, I was still missing something. I'm just keeping it real with you. And so in that space to where I was, that was part of that journey. So that shift to where I was going places with a couple of girls that we were in the church together. And so I was going with them, and I was one looked at as the holy one. But then I ended up having those questions whether something wrong. I believe that was what pushed me to where when the guy came and Brandon's father and, whispered in my ear and touching my hand and, I'm like, I'm telling the guy, hey, nah, I'm a virgin. I really want, I'm not into that. And he was telling me, nah, you ain't no virgin. That was another story. So we ain't gonna go into that, but we already know what happened with that. And the first time I did anything, I got pregnant. So that was that experience, and very young, didn't know that experience, didn't know what happened. It was so quick and over, and I didn't understand what happened to my body. But I had to go through that experience. So in life, there are a lot of choices and things that you make that you go through that, but you don't beat yourself down. You go through that and you grow from that, because that's a seed that's in your garden. You grow from that. And where do you go from there? You made that choice. Now, what do you do now? I hid it for a long time. When I found out I was pregnant, I hid it. I didn't even tell my mom what I had did, because remember, I'm in college. I'm still living in my mom's house. And I just know that I started getting sick. I didn't know what to do. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't know what to do. And then, so what happened, I'm going to tell y'all, this is what happened with me. My sister was pregnant as well, but my sister went in labor. Look at this. How about my sister go in labor and I go in labor? They done took her to the hospital. No, they getting ready to take her to the hospital. And then I said to them, I say, something wrong with my stomach. Something wrong with me. I need to go to the hospital. So they end up taking both of us to the hospital. And as she in labor, getting ready to have her baby, I'm in there and they're checking me, right? They come out and tell my mom, oh, she's in labor. She's about to have her baby too. And I was like, oh my God. And, but I was only 7 months. I was 7 months pregnant. And, but I didn't know this, y'all. I didn't know it. I was still having a cycle. I didn't know it. And, so don't laugh. Don't charge it to me. I was still young, going through some things. So my firstborn, Brandon, he was born in 7 months. He was 7 pounds, maybe not 7 pounds, but he was 4 pounds, 15 and a half ounces. So he was tiny. So that was that experience. I rose above that. I had so many people calling, talking stuff about me, like, they changed my name, y'all, because I was a holy woman, walking, holy young lady, wearing the holy clothes, talking the holy scriptures. And that happened. And then what they do, they changed my name from Denise, they changed my name to Mary. They say, look at Mary. Look, they changed me. They start marking me, because in the scripture with Mary, it says she didn't know no man, but yet she's pregnant, right? It is. They done changed my name to Mary. All my sisters, the people in the church start calling me Mary, and I was like, oh my God, I had to go through that. So I went through that. I didn't, my mom wouldn't let me leave the church. So, there was that time, but as that journey. So, man, I went through that. I had some tests and some trials, but you can overcome that. I'm just saying, you overcome that, and you don't, there may seem like times in your life that you hurt, but really these things make you stronger. I mean, they made me stronger, and I kept my son, and, I was still in school, so I still stayed, and, I got my degree. What's next on that? And what else? From that, of course, I was at the college. Y'all already know all that story about all that stuff. So what I'm saying is that the very seeds that you plant in your garden, you don't have to go back and dig them up. Just trust that they're gonna grow, and they're gonna blossom into what you planted them to be on your life journey. And I believe that, and I trust that all the tears that I was shedding during my journey were water or nutriments for the seeds that I planted in my garden. At the time that I didn't know that they were. And everything that I dealt with in my life, I feel that everything made me stronger for the next test or the next journey or the next whatever I was going to experience. And so the marriage thing, when I was married to the girl, my son, and Camilla's dad, that was an abusive relationship. But it made me stronger. It made me stronger on some areas in my life. It took me a while to get there, you know, because I was like a humble, very humble person. I was just a holy girl because in church I was taught a woman's supposed to be like this. She's supposed to submit to her husband, and the man is the head. She's supposed to do everything that the husband says. I was going through that. No matter what he did, you don't leave. You don't leave. If a man beat you, you don't leave. You stay there because you're a holy woman. I went through that. That's why when I came on and I started laughing about the wife. So anyway, I share with you that everything in your life, that every experience that you chose to go through makes you stronger. To me, it made me stronger. It made me push a little harder at the time that I was going through it, and to push. And I have always been an easy person to forgive, to forgive people for what they have done. And I not teach you, but I share with you today, and it's a teaching experience as well, that on your journey, forgiveness is everything. You can't pass your test on your life experience without forgiveness. You can't grow without forgiveness. I'm honestly going to tell you that when you hold on resentment, when you hold on to what people have done to you, what they have said to you, what they have seemed like they have taken from you, when you hold on to that, it stunts your growth. To me, it holds your bliss from you. It holds your blessing back. And you can look at them because they look like they prospering because they ain't holding nothing, but you are. You still resenting them. And I learned that on this journey that forgiveness is key. You can give gratitude all you want to, but if you holding where you have not released or forgiving someone or something that have hurt you or done something to you, then it's like that gratitude that you got going up. It's like a wall that bouncing back. It's bouncing back. I give gratitude for the breath in my body, or the gratitude for my arms, my eyes, my ears, my mouth, my nose, my feet. You're giving gratitude for the trees and all that, but you got unforgiveness in you. So it can't get through. It can't get through. You have to forgive. So forgiveness is not for them. It's a healing for you. It's healing for you because forgiveness is like a key. So it unlocks areas in your life that will have had multiple chains on it, that have been locked. And because you've gone through so many experiences and you felt like you was being beat on all the time from your sisters and, every experience has been beat and it put locks on everything. It's not just one experience, but it was a lot of locks there. I mean, there was deadbolt locks that was on me that I had to decide, because I had to decide to forgive. People could tell me, forgiveness is everything, but I had to decide to forgive. I had to decide to forgive me. I had to forgive me first for allowing a lot of those things to happen, even though it was out of my control. But I began to understand that as I got older, that forgiveness and it was healing for me. So as I was releasing, getting along, writing, some of the ways that I was releasing a lot of the things that were happening, I began to write. I began to write about the experience with my sisters, the treatment that I got, or the treatment that I got from my cousins, them in Baltimore, Maryland. I began to write about how I felt about it and how I felt like, and that I was feeling like my mom showed favoritism. I was writing about all that because I was really one of the ones that really probably stressed her out because I stayed sick all the time, So I began to write about it. I wrote a lot about how I was feeling about different things, and I wrote about how I felt about the situation with me, having sex and I got pregnant, and the treatment that I got from that. I wrote about that and then I began to change it into gratitude. I began to do really a self-examination, and a lot of that, this that happened to me all happened to me when I was in the Christian church. And in the Christian church, instead of me getting lifted up, I was more being pulled down from a lot of family people there, because the church was a family church that I was in, and everybody in our church was basically all family. Family looked down at family. There was not family that looked up to family and like encouraging family. No, it was more like, look at that, just a shame. And she talks about God and holiness, and she just, you went through that. But through all of that, I began to release, and that was at the Christian church until the time came for me to be shifted out of the Christian church to going to the Hebrew congregation. And when I came to the Hebrew congregation, that's when I met the Hebrew mother, which was, you hear me talk about my rabbi, Yair. It was like whatever I was missing, she had in those extra arms of encouragement. But there was a thing, I had been married. And so with me being married, because she followed scripture so much, she followed scripture about adultery, fornication. Of course, I had a baby when I wasn't married. And then, of course, I had been married before, and then that was adultery. And the eyes was like adultery. So I went through that. I was like, oh my God. So it was like, I had many nights crying with her. She had many nights crying with me. We would sit down in a temple and we had the scriptures open and like, oh God, where do we go from here? And I'm like, I don't know, and, but I'm just sharing with you that there are experiences and things in life that you're going to go through, but don't give up. Don't give up. And, no matter what position many people are in, just know that when scripture is interpreted in many ways to other people, it doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means that you got to find you. It's that you got to find you. And if you were supposed to be there, you would be there. If you wasn't supposed to be there, you would not be there. And in the midst of all of that, she knew that that Yahuwah had brought me to the congregation. It was like everything lined up except for when we got to the marriage thing, and I was so humble, and just being humble to read scripture, to talk scripture, and to learn more about the Hebrew and follow my journey. So what I'm saying to each and every last one of you is that stay on your path, plant your seed. Once you plant them, don't go dig them up. Don't go dig them up, because everything I asked for in my life, on my journey, is happening. Everything. Look at my children. I can share about my children. With that marriage, abuse, and look at my children. Look how they're turning. I'm going to tell you something that I never did. No matter what I went through with their fathers, I never said anything negative about their father to them. I never talked negative with the bruise, the thing that happened to me. I never told that to my children. I never wanted them to hear anything negative about their father, because I know that in life that a father's role plays a major part in a child's life. And so what I did, I never did. They never heard me say anything negative about their fathers to them. And so I wanted them to go through life. No, he wasn't there. He just wasn't there. I would say, he had this, blah, blah, blah. But I never told them that what he did. So that came from their cousin as they got older, but it never came from me. And so in this life journey, it's a happy solar return. I'm still here to be witness, to tell you that the universe really responds to your vibration. So on this path, there's not a certain way you got to walk, but it may be a way you want to walk your path to yourself. But I'm not knocking that. But I will say this, Happy New Day. I will say this to you, that the experience of me getting away to be alone at times was a positive thing for me. With me being able to just go read scripture by myself was a positive thing for me. The fasting and the praying that I did at the time when I was there was a positive thing for me. It guided me. It guided me on the path closer to know where I'm going, or where I was going at that time. And then, even though Rabbi couldn't answer some of the questions that I had that was being revealed to me, it wasn't that I wasn't on the right path. She had taken me as far as she could take me, then the next path or the next thing on the journey. But I'm saying to you that your experience in life, every day of an experience that you have is something great. That's where I look at that. It was something great. It was something to push me. It was something that got me. Even though I had many preachers that I asked questions, they couldn't give me no answer. Some of the things that were where I was seeing, or I knew books and things that were given to me, were being revealed to me. I asked about the lost books of the Bible, the book of Enoch, the book of Jasher, Yasher, and many of the Apocrypha. I would bring in this information to all the Come Out of Her, My People books, and going to the church with that, and people, nobody want to be around me. They didn't want to be around me anyway, but I was going in with cannons like that, and I wanted somebody to ask me about them, but nobody did. And then I would ask the preacher about it, and he was like, I know about all those books. And one of them said he knew about all those books, but and he looked at me and he said, don't you even think about leaving the church? I never thought about leaving the church. I just didn't understand why he made that comment, like, why are you leaving the church? Anyway, so, which lets me know that every step in your life, everything in your life is planned already. You just trust the universe. The universe loves me, and I love the universe. Source loves me, and I love Source. Life loves me, and you love life back. And that's it. Life is happening for you, and it's happening for me. And when you know life is happening for you, it happens for you. That is the greatest thing in life to understand. It took me a while to understand that life is happening for me. It's nothing that I got to do. It's already designed to happen for me, And I realized that many times when we're trying to fix things and trying to figure things out, I don't have Gwen. Call TT. I left Gwen at the house.
Okay.
Call them. Maybe they're on the way.
Okay.
Life happens for you. And as it's happening for you, you just got to let it happen. Just let it happen for you. And when you let it happen for you, everything is going to happen for you. It's when you trying to figure it out, when you trying to do it, you mess stuff up. And I did that. Okay. I did that a lot on my journey, trying to fix stuff.
Happy birthday.
Come give me a hug. You come in here and yell at your grandma happy birthday. Say happy new day to life.
Happy new day.
Where's Quinn?
I'll go.
She's gonna take her to school. Call and find out. Don't leave her. Yeah. So stop trying to fix stuff that ain't broken. I love that, because I tried to fix stuff that wasn't broken, y'all. It was my movie that was playing. So the movie that I put together was never broken. And all these scenes that were happening in my movie, but in my head, I didn't know, I wasn't where my consciousness was had risen to where I knew that source. I didn't know me. So I didn't know me. And so all these things were happening in my movie, and I'm trying to fix it, but really was nothing broken. So there's nothing in your life that's broken. I want you to understand that there's nothing broken in your life experience, no matter what it looks like. Marriages, relationships, ain't nothing broken. I'm serious. That's your movie. That's your script. That's what you wrote to happen in your life, in this experience. Nothing's broken. You lose a house. You didn't lose the house. It was written in the movie. That was a part that's supposed to be played in the hey, she lost his house in this scene. Guess what? Now she got a mansion in this other scene. Nothing's broken. Life is happening for you. Just know that. And well, I know that because life is happening for me and everything in my world is happening for me, and I'm full of gratitude. So, yeah, thank all of you for the solar return singing. Thank you for that. But there is great things happening in my life, and I want you to see that and understand that every day is an experience. When you hear me say, I give love, I receive love, I accept love, I am love, I walk in the abundance, I'm feeling my purpose, I'm connected to all. When you talk about I'm whole, perfect, when you hear me talk about being perfect, listen, there's nothing broken about you, so you are already perfect. The perfect one lives inside of you, so there's nothing broken, so you are perfect. And it's nothing wrong with you saying that you are perfect. Let's get that in revelation of it. Understand that it's not saying that you're not going to have the experience, that you're not going to make choices and stuff. Because you make choices and you do these things, it doesn't mean something wrong with you. I'm just keeping it real with you. You know, I never smoked. I'll use that example. I never smoked. I taste a little bit of wine. Well, I had Passover. How about that? Passover, many people call it communion. So we had the real wine. And I tasted, when Camille got her wine, we tasted a bottle of that. I tasted, but that wasn't my cup of tea. It wasn't my cup of tea, y'all. I'm just keeping it real. The smoking wasn't my cup of tea. Drinking it wasn't my cup of tea. It wasn't. And I don't knock anybody that do that. I'm just saying it doesn't keep you from your experience. We have to get above that. I was like, I used to tell people they're going to hell. I used to tell people that, I ain't joking. I used to tell people that were smoking they're going to hell. I used to tell people that drinking they're going to hell. I used to tell people that having sex before marriage going to hell. I used to tell them all that. Didn't realize, girl, you need to stop that. Ain't nobody going to hell because of the choices they make. They're going to hell. Hey, they going to hell because they created that reality, then they going to hell. It's not for me to tell you that. You got free will. Every choice that you make in life is based on you. I can't send you to hell. And then hell is it's a frequency as well as heaven. You know, I can't tell you going to hell. That's your reality. But I can only tell you about the great things that's happening for Oracle. Oracle's in a nice place to where she is loving herself. And every day I love myself more and more. Every day it's a healing process. If you think you finished, I'm still in this world. So healing is continuously happening in me. It's not you just get healed one time. No, you evolving every day. You may not, a thought may come in your head that you have about somebody and you don't like, you're like, man, I can't stand that. I'm healing like, man, I thought I got rid of that. So healing takes place. It's a continuous thing. It's not a one time. And the perfect one lives inside of me. You have to, I'm understanding that life happens for me. And you have to just let it happen. I mean, I am. I'm not going to be like the salmon trying to go up the stream. I'm just going to let it just go the other way and just float on around with it. Because that's how it works. That's how it works in this world. It's not based on good and bad. It's based on positive and negative. It's based on energy, frequency, and vibration. That's what the universe responds to. The universe responds to energy, frequency, and vibration.
Happy birthday.
Hey. Say hi to live.
Hello. You having a happy day or you staying here?
No, I'm not staying all day. No, I can't stay here all day.
All right, well, let's see the house like then.
Oh, wow. What's going on at the house?
Oh, you'll see. Bye-bye.
I like that. I hope they got me some candles because I'm out. Anyway, I just wanted to give you my love to let you know that I don't regret anything I have gone through on my journey. What I want to share is that keep going. You are the creator of your reality. You are the author of your story. You are the producer of your movie. And in consciousness and knowing that, you are consciousness. And as it is rising within you, which you are, source energy, you understand that this is one big, huge movie. When you wake up and realize that things are not as really as you thought they were, is that, hey, you have the power to change things in your reality. It happens. It really does. And I'm grateful for that. And that everybody that you meet on your path are different forms of you. And it's like, man, why did I make that choice? Why did I do that? Miss Bessie, see a bit of crank up. Try it. Why did I make that choice? Why did I do that? I begin to think about that. I'm like, man. Then I say, oh, I'm so beautiful. And I just do that all day long. I do that with the baby. But anyway, that's what I wanted to share about me. I have a lot more I could share, but I'm going to go ahead and get ready to get off. But let me just shift to Karen's Kitchen right now. And, my keep going. Don't grow it too much now. My man is cold. And I don't want to let nobody drive my car. So anyway, life journey is amazing. So Karen's Kitchen is a part on the path for me. So we give it a little bit more time. It's about ready to go. We're gonna give it a little bit more time. You know how they say, just wait a minute, I'm gonna pray. I know I'm gonna make some coffee. I'm about to get off. I'm gonna pray on it. I'm gonna go lay hands on that van. And Karen's Kitchen, 1221, here in Charlotte, North Carolina, on the corner of Reagan and West Sugar Creek, in North Charlotte. We are so excited to have all of you that's coming here to Charlotte to participate and be a part of this great event that is right upon us. And the vision, the seed was planted, and guess what? Look at it, it's growing, it's blossoming. And so as it is blooming, all things are just coming together for this great day, love day, fellowship day, unity day. And I'm grateful for being a part of that. As we talked about what the Wallow is, the healing associate when all love unites. So all love is unite. So all love is coming together. It's like the tree. In all parts of love is coming together to form the whole entire body. So we're excited. So we look forward to you. I'm just reminding a lot of you that's already reaching out to us that we're meeting here at the Rendezvous. We're meeting here. When I say here, we're talking about the Culture Giving Development Center. Address is 4037 Softly Road, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28206 at 11:30. All volunteers, you can start bringing the food and stuff at 11:30. And the setup team, we want you to come here and get registered. We want to give you your name tag so you know exactly which team you're going to be on. So we want you to show up at 11:30 on that day. On the day one, which is a Sunday. And I checked the weather. It's supposed to be a nice weather on that day. So looking forward to that. And it's not too late to volunteer. We're not turning anybody away. We are open for everyone that wants to come and take part in this great day. So if you want to talk about Karen's Kitchen, as I shared before. And who is Karen? Who's Miss Karen? We want to know who Miss Karen is. Let me give you a little bit. Miss Karen is Brother Lazarus Lamel mom. And as I've shared before, his mom is, she was one that worked in the community that gave back to community. She helped with children with autism and, children with autism, it takes somebody with a special gift or talent to be able to work with children that have autism because they're different and unique but gifted in ways that many people don't understand that they are gifted and talented in that way. And she was gifted in to be able to, take children in and not to like put children with special needs on the outside. And she was one that would always be one that would help in that area. So she would be one that would just give to the community, and that's where Karen's Kitchen come from. Him and his brother had Jamar. They had great memories of what. Hey, baby,
Happy birthday!
come on the podcast and say.
Oh gosh! Happy birthday!
Thank you. So, so that's where.
Oh, happy solar return!
Thank you. Somebody come in and said that. Solar return. Thank you. And in the great memory, he's giving back. Memory of his mom, and we're giving back. And I talk about my mom, Rosa. My mom, Rosa. I talk about my mom's our nonprofit, Rosa's Backpack on Wheels as well. We're honoring on this day the love that our parents have given in this community. And, you remember the ancestors. You're not forgetting about them. Like sometimes we don't say thank you. And I just know you come to say happy solar return to Mama. Come say, give Mama a hug for you're going to be late for school. I don't want you to be late. Happy solar return. Come say hi.
Hi, children.
No,
Gotta go, Mama.
I know you gotta go. Bye-bye. Have an amazing day, okay? I love you. Yeah, so that's what Karen's Kitchen comes from. With the love that she has for the community and my mom has for the community, we want to continue to give. We want the energy to keep flowing. We don't want it to stop. We want to keep giving. We want to keep honoring, giving to others that who we are. So that's where that comes from. And, honor your mother, honor your father, those that have been a light to you in this journey. I say it like this right here, is that the ones that are still with you, give them their flowers now. Don't wait till somebody leave here and then you try to you go to the room or to the flower place and pick out the flower and say, they would like this flower. I truly say now in this experience, all you have is now. All you have right now in this world, in this energy right now is now in this present moment. Give what you have right now. This genuine love. Give them their flowers now that they can see. You okay? And so that's what Karen's Kitchen is. We honoring now and saying thank you now. So look forward to you on 12/21. And I'm so grateful. I'm not going to name, all the things that we're having or the people that are already, but I just want you to know as a whole, thank you. As the whole, I want to say thank you. Thank you. Tuwalu thanks you from our heart. From our heart to you. We say thank you. The founders, the board members, you have president, let's say CEO Domingo Rodriguez, President here Lamel, and CFO Oracle Denise McLaughlin. So the founders are the board, the three of us, and of course there are many members that are present in other states that are also a part of the Tuwalu that are taking part. So I wanted you to just know that this dream is alive. Your dream is alive. If you don't let your dream die, it's still here. It's still here. It's what you envisioned it to be. If you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand, or you can experience it in your heart, then you can experience it in the physical world. So as Oracle, what I'm saying, don't let your dream die. Don't cancel out your movie. Don't stop writing your book. If anything, write the best story. Produce the greatest movie you ever produced. And just know, it's worth it all. It's worth it all. It is. Thank you so much for connecting with me, all of you. Dee Dee, Brother Lazarus. I thought I saw Thea in here. But anyway. Oh, hey, W.L. Truesdale. Happy New Day. I don't know which one is that. My nephew, my great nephew. Anyway, I see you. Yeah. Auntie has a solar return. You know, you may not know what the word solar return, so I'm just going to use the birthday. So Auntie has a birthday, and I will see y'all on Saturday. I know you're having a big holiday thing. I will see y'all on Saturday with Camellia, and I'm planning on attending that as well. So, yeah. And congratulations on the new the more WL Truesdale more top of the other one that y'all got. Congratulations on that. And yeah, that's it. So thank you all of you for connecting with me in this Happy to Be Alive Day. And I love it. I am Oracle Mother Yanis Lamel, Nutra Prime Supreme 1216 of the Messiah Code Movement in the Thuwalu Tribe. It has been an amazing space to be with you on this day. Have an amazing, amazing experience. Keep rising, keep creating. Allow life to happen for you. Don't get in the way. Let it flow, because life is happening for you. There's nothing broken. There's nothing broken, so it don't need to be fixed. So life is serving you. Let it happen.